All right. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, April 27th, 9:02 a.m. And again, I want to thank everyone for taking time to be on the call this morning. I very much appreciate it. Again, as you go through the week or as you encounter anything that you think would be helpful for yourself to know or for anyone else, please send me an email if you have any suggestions for the call, anything that you'd like me to cover or spend time on. I'd be more than happy to cover that on this call. I want to make sure that any information that I learn or that other agents learn, that we pass it along between each other. I know that you'd appreciate that, and of course we have that helpful culture at HPM. I love that everybody is on the call, and wishing everyone a good morning. I know it's a very difficult time for us right now. It seems like we've been in solitude for a month now, and things are still a little bit uncertain, but I want to ensure that there's still a lot going on. So the first thing is it seems that everywhere you read, this is a great time to double down on your education and your learning, and if you find yourself lost or bored, or you're just not sure what avenue to take, I think that training and education is a great place to start. So as you know, we've built out our training calendar, and so I'm going to go through some of the trainings this week that I think are very, very important. And of course, Tom Ryan has done an excellent job putting all these trainings together. Him and John send out your emails. We're going to slow down on those emails. We're going to send them out every other day. It seems like we're sending too many emails, so we're going to slow down on those emails. But you do have access to the training calendar. We're going to send those out probably bi-weekly. And then the really important ones we're going to send out by text message as well, just so you guys have that. So as of this morning, we have a few trainings here. So at 10 a.m. and also at 3 p.m., your choice, you have WellCare doing a new agent training. So if you haven't sold WellCare in a while, even if you're not a new agent, this would be a great place to start. Or if you need to brush up on your WellCare, at either 10 a.m. or 3 p.m., you can find the links on our training calendar to join WellCare. Also at 10 a.m., you have Humana hosting telephonic enrollments, electronic signatures, and their IVR scope of appointment, which is the telephonic scope of appointment that you can do for clients. They're doing a training on how to run that, and that's today at 10 a.m. Again, the link can be found on our training calendar. Or you've got your 1 o'clock. Humana is doing email plan-specific sales materials to prospects using digital marketing. So they'll be doing a training at 1 p.m. You can learn how to email those plan-specific documents directly to your clients from your portal. Tomorrow, Tuesday, April 28th, at either 10 or 2 o'clock, Allwell and Ascension are doing a training on their Ascend mobile app. That's their electronic enrollment tool. So you have your choice at either 10 or 2 for that one. Bright Health is doing a training at 2:30 for their brand new Doctor on Demand service. So this is a service that they use for their client, or their patients rather, to talk to a doctor on demand, and that's at 2:30 tomorrow. And Humana is hosting a training at 3:30, which is entitled Building and Caring for Your Book of Business Virtually. That's a great one. So that one's tomorrow at 3:30. Again, all these links can be found on our training calendar. On Wednesday, April 29th, 9 a.m., WellMed, one of our provider groups, they are hosting an update on the COVID-19 situation and what they're doing for their patients, your clients, during this time. So that's at 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Wednesday, the 29th, WellCare is hosting a special review, special needs plan class at either 10 o'clock or 3 p.m. The 10 o'clock version is in English, and then the 3 o'clock training is in Spanish, and that's for their DSNP training, WellCare. 10 a.m. also on Wednesday, Humana is doing a training for those clients. What do we do for those clients that do not have an email address right now? How can we get them enrolled? So they're doing a training at 10 a.m. on Wednesday for that. That's Humana specific. And then on Wednesday, they all are hosting an understanding the Healthy Foods card. So they've got a brand new foods card that's been rolled out as one of their benefits for being a Humana member. That's on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Thursday trainings, you've got 10 a.m. or at 2 p.m. You've got Allwell, who's hosting their benefit webinar. So if you've sold Allwell in the past or you're new to Allwell, this is a great training on their benefits, so you can learn exactly what's going on with their benefits here. And then on Thursday at 3 p.m., Bright Health is hosting a broker portal overview. I really want to stress that everyone should know how to get into the broker portals. You don't have to master them right now, but I think it would be great if everyone saves their usernames and passwords. If you're new and you're getting started with all the process, it's a great practice to save all your usernames and passwords, bookmark all your websites so you can get into your portal really quickly. So Bright Health is hosting theirs 3 p.m. on Thursday. And then last training of the week on the 1st, can't believe it, May 1st is going to be here on Friday. WellCare is hosting enrollment options in English at 10 a.m. on May 1st, which is this Friday. So those are the trainings of the week. I hope everyone attends a couple of these trainings. Even if you think that you've got it, take a look at one of these trainings. I can guarantee you that at least one of these trainings is going to make sense for you to attend. So take the time, invest in yourself, and I hope that these trainings really help you. There we go. Moving on, so we've got contests going on, so we're seeing a lot more of these contests popping up. Bright Health has 2 contests that we rolled out last week. Once for their ACA business, their individual and family health plans. If you're doing Obamacare, they are doing a book of business contest where you are getting, once you have 50 people on your book of business, so 50 people, not 50 policies, but 50 people on your book of business, you get a $20 bonus per person. So there's $1,000 right there for your Bright Health business on ACA. It doesn't cap out. It goes way over $15,000 worth of bonuses per agent, which is really, really strong. So excellent bonus that they've got running right now. And they will calculate your book of business at the end of May. So right before June 1st, you'll have your book of business calculated with Bright Health. So you have another 30 days to really capitalize on that contest by getting as many people enrolled as you can with ACA, and hopefully Bright Health is a good fit for them, and it's a win-win situation for both you and your clients. All right, now Bright Health Medicare, those of you that are writing Bright Health Medicare, they are running a contest they rolled out last week. So for 5/1 effectives, which gives us this week to capitalize on this, if anyone is a good fit for Bright Health Medicare, they are giving you $50, that's $50 bonus that you can use towards Uber Eats, my favorite, or Instacart. And both of these are delivery services. Uber Eats, a delivery service that you can use to order dinner or lunch for yourself, from some of your favorite restaurants, and they are delivering right to your front door. Pretty cool. Or Instacart, which is a grocery delivery service that you can use to stock up on all the things that you're using to cook your own meals. So you can have any choice with that contest. So, for instance, if you write 3 Bright Health sales for Medicare for 5/1 effective, and this is retro, by the way, so if you wrote any business this month for Bright Health, it is retro. So these are for 5/1 effective. So if you have 3 that come in for 5/1 effective, that's $150 that you can use towards your Uber Eats or Instacart. Really cool benefit there for your contest. And then last contest is our own. So I'm running a contest for Amazon cards. Any plan for every e-app, we have a Amazon card. Trick here, you have to report your sales, guys. And then, so reporting your sales, there is on the very bottom of the reporting tool an e-app confirmation number. That is mandatory in order to get that $5 Amazon card. That's how we verify your e-applications. So that e-app confirmation number, you just plug that right into your Medicare app report. Make sure that you're reporting your sales. That's how all these contests work. You must report your sales in order to get part of that contest. That's the only way that we're tracking that. So I very much appreciate it. I hope everyone takes advantage of that. All right, so news and updates here. So Aetna put out an email last week to all the agents that they are terminating one of their appointments across a product line called First Health, not to be confused with Health First. This is an Aetna product in certain areas called First Health. So they are streamlining their appointment process across state lines. So if you see on your license that you have a First Health appointment, they are going to be terminating that appointment process. This does not affect your global Aetna contract, just one product termination that they are doing just to streamline and make their lives a little bit easier. Again, most people are not selling First Health right now, so you don't really have to worry about that, especially here in Florida. So Aetna is terminating that. You got an email, so no one panic. You're not getting terminated from Aetna. So we will let you know if anything happens on that for sure. Jessica is always on top of that. All right. So some updates on COVID-19. We've got some exciting news. More carriers are opening up the SEP for COVID-19 as a disaster SEP. So as it stands this morning, there were 2 companies that were accepting the COVID-19 disaster SEP on the applications. So before I jump into those carriers, I had been asked by some agents, well, how is it that CMS has this SEP, but the carriers can choose whether or not they can accept it? Well, it is up to the carriers. They do not have to accept all SEPs that are designated by CMS. That is their decision on who and when they can accept. So they just have to make it global. So, some carriers are still not accepting COVID-19 as a valid SEP. So here's the 3 companies that are accepting it. Number 1, the first one that was out of the gate was Simply Healthcare. So Simply is accepting the COVID-19 SEP. So that is a valid SEP. You'll put the disaster or DST as the code there. If you can't find the code, write in other. So the other SEP on the bottom, you'll write COVID-19, FEMA disaster, something along those lines, and that will go through. Devoted Healthcare, those of you that are writing Devoted and are contracted with Devoted can use COVID-19 as an SEP. They'll have to select whatever SEP that they missed, okay, and then they'll have to select DST or other, depending on if it's on the application, okay. So for instance, let's say that during OEP, because of all this craziness, they were unable to change their plan. That is a valid SEP that they missed, so they must select the valid SEP that they missed. So they'll select OEP, and then they'll also select DST, and that's for Devoted. They're very specific about making sure that you select both SEPs, the one that they missed and the one that they are using right now on the COVID-19. And then the newest addition is Freedom. Freedom and Optimum are now accepting the COVID-19 SEP. And on this one, you're going to write other and then disaster on the bottom there. So other and disaster. So those are the three Medicare COVID-19 SEP accepting companies. On ACA, on individual and families, there is no official SEP yet. We do anticipate something happening, but they have not released an official SEP for individual or family plans as of yet, unfortunately. Now, out there are still lots and lots of people that have lost their jobs or had a huge change in income. So that is a valid SEP by getting in front of them and helping them reapply for any type of assistance with their subsidy and helping them choose a plan if they need one. So that there's a lot of people out there. In fact, Health Sherpa last week sent out an email to us saying that this is one of the biggest SEPs they've ever had, obvious products, and they are swamped with applications. So I really hope that you guys are taking advantage of that. Great money in ACA right now, and your ability to help people. So again, if you need Health Sherpa, if you need the link to Health Sherpa, which is our enrollment platform for Health Sherpa for our individual and family plans, just shoot me over an email, and I will be happy to hook you up with that. We'll send you out an invite, and you can get hooked up with a free enrollment software for individual and family plans. Really easy to use. I wish we had this when I was selling ACA back in the day, but I'm just glad it's out now. So there you go. All right. United Healthcare put out an email last week. Well, actually, it was almost 2 weeks ago about advanced commissions. So if you had a significant book of business for United Healthcare, you've got a windfall in your bank account last week. So on the 22nd, they released advanced commissions for April, May, and June. So you got a windfall from United Healthcare. They are advancing your commissions on your book of business, your residuals. So you saw your bank account and you saw your United Healthcare deposits, and you're like, wow, that was a really nice thing that they did there. That's what happened. They advanced your commissions on the Medicare products for Medicare Advantage, prescription drug plans, and also. So really cool thing that United Healthcare has done. And they did it automatically. Nobody asked them to do it. They just realized that it's hard for agents too out here. But one thing I will caution you, when we get windfalls of money, it's really easy to go out and buy that nice watch that you really wanted, or that new car, or whatever it is. But please, guys, save your money. This is a rainy day situation. Don't go out and go crazy on Amazon or buying stuff. If anything, if that money's burning a hole in your pocket, reinvest it. Reinvest it in marketing. Are you spending any money on marketing right now? Are you investing in yourself? That's a great question to ask. I love to see agents investing in themselves, investing in their marketing, because we will match you. We will match you dollar for dollar. If you're looking to do some type of marketing, and you want to invest in yourself, and you say, hey, Justin, I got this idea, and I want to do this for my marketing, then let us know, because we're if you're going to put your money where your mouth is, we will be there side by side with you. Absolutely. So, if you got some extra money from United Healthcare and want to invest it in marketing, now's the time to do it. So, great thing that they did. So, moving into marketing, here's some cool things that are going on. Careplus, if you go into your portal, you can now send your Careplus kits directly to your client right from your portal. So you can send them an entire kit in the mail. You don't have to go into your inventory and go to the post office, or come to the office and meet someone to pick up a kit to mail it. You don't have to do that. You can actually go into your carepluskits.com or your portal, and you can mail out the kit directly to your client right from your portal. Really cool thing that you can do. And by the way, you can also go to carepluskits.com and you can make your own flyers, and these flyers can be used for distribution, physically. So you make a physical flyer and then print it out and out in the community for you, or you can use it as a digital form, make a digital version of this that you can post online on your Facebook, your Twitter, or whatever else you're using to do your marketing campaigns on. So those are two things that you can do. There's some great marketing studios out there from United Healthcare, from Aetna, Humana, Careplus. All those are self-service. You can get in there. You can make your own flyers, your own marketing materials. If you need help with that, please let us know. Reach out to your manager or your agent support, and we will be glad to help you. Get those documents ready to go for your marketing. Welker does have some pieces, however, it's by request. So if you're looking for a Welker flyer, we can do that. Just shoot an email over to Sergio, and he can help you get that, or your agent manager. They can get into your portal and get you a flyer made, or actually we'll request that flyer from Welker and email it back to you. So you have that. Now, moving into AEP. So we are just a few months out from AEP, believe it or not. In fact, in about 30 days, we're going to start to see notifications for trainings and certifications for 2021. Believe it or not, it's right around the corner. So those certifications for 2021 are going to start rolling out. Now, as a team, in order to get ahead of the ball here, guys, here's some more homework. If you're considering adding any carriers at this time to your portfolio, do not wait until August or September to submit your contract and start certification. You will be lost in the mix. It is the busiest time of the year to do contracting. So do it now. Start your contract now. And the biggest change that I see coming this year as far as our portfolio expansion areas that I've heard of, at least here in Central Florida, is Devoted Healthcare is doing an expansion in Orange County, Lake, Marion, and Sumter County. So they're filling in the gaps here that they've waited for 2 years. So now they'll have Orange, Osceola, Seminole, Lake, Sumter, and Marion counties. They may even be expanding into Brevard and Volusia. I haven't heard for sure if those are the ways that they're going, but I know that they have a very large territory now. And if now that you're thinking, wow, Devoted's really picking up some steam, do not wait until August or September to start a contract. Do it now. Get the contract out of the way, and then you can do certifications later. That's the problem. You can wait until the 2021 comes out. But get your done. It's going to be a really big thing to do. So adding in photo players this year to your 2021, do it now. Get that out of the way. Again, you can send your Jessica. Jessica is our contracting guru. She is excellent at keeping track and getting these contracts out. Just let us know, and we'll connect you with her so that way we can get your contracts out and going for 2021 moving forward. All right, let's talk about AEP. All right, so we talked a lot about SEP. Thank you for those of you that joined me for my SEP training last week, and I hope it was really, really great. I also sent out an email with the link to the video so you can watch that at your leisure if you missed it. But that SEP training should have everything you need to keep going full steam throughout the rest of the year. But I'm going to be putting together a couple of trainings. The first one, I'm going to do some ACA training, so that's coming shortly. Just review and make sure that everybody knows what's going on. I also have on my deck extra help training for Medicaid, LIS. I want to get that out, but also planning for AEP. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that this morning. I want everyone to really have a plan A and a plan B for this open enrollment because we really don't know what's going to happen. You know, if you've been in Walmart's or CVS's or, you know, Publix's in the past doing your marketing, doing your tabletops inside those stores, that might not be a thing this year. We have to really come to reality and understand that, you know, maybe the stores are not going to allow us to be for this year. So you have to anticipate that. So if that was one of your main lead sources, what am I going to do this AEP if I don't have my stores? Okay? So I'm going to run some ideas by you, but, you know, that's your plan A. You know, you plan on being in your Walmarts. We already did our requests. So thank you for everyone that requested your Walmart, CVS, your Publix's. We really appreciate that. So that's all been requested. We did that about 2 months ago, so that's in the hopper right now. But if they come back and they say, I'm sorry, we're just not going to be in the stores this year, what is your plan B? And here's the cool part. We're starting to see the carriers basically rolling out the ability for you to host community seminars, okay, but online. So you'll be able to do webinars online that are marketed webinars for seniors to come in and learn about that product. So, for instance, United Healthcare last week rolled out an email. So if you are interested in becoming a presenter online, where you go online and you go through the products and you help people choose a plan and get them enrolled, you could have 10, 15, 20 people on the call. These are great lead sources, just like you would in a normal seminar. Especially I'm looking for those folks that have seminar experience. You can do it from home. We'll set you up. We'll do whatever it takes to make sure you have a nice setup at home so you can do a great webinar. We'll train you on the technology so you know what to do. But these webinars are going to be rolled out. The one that was made official last week was United Healthcare is going to be hosting, allowing you to host webinars online for community seminars in your area. So you have that ability to do seminars. So there's one. Devoted Healthcare is kicking around the idea. We're working with them. Same thing with Bright Health. So those are the three carriers that I know that have really started to buy into these virtual seminars. I think that they're going to make it work. So if you have presentation experience, if you are looking to do presentations for AEP as a backup plan, or even to mix it in right now, because these things are still going to happen regardless, I think it would be a great opportunity for you to take advantage of, or at least put that on your Part B, your Plan B, your Plan B situation for your strategy. So really it boils down to, what does your strategy look like this year? Those of you that have a book of business, that should be step one. What am I doing for my book of business? Now, Sergio and I are working on automating a lot of this to make sure that no one misses out on their letters this year. We're going to be doing phone calls, text messages to your book of business. We're getting all that set up. We'll have a talk about that because that will be available only to those folks that have our CRM system. Otherwise, some limitations are going to apply for those folks that do not have our CRM system. We want to make sure that you're integrated in that and we can get your book of business and your mailer out in a timely fashion. So just, if you're interested in learning more about that CRM system, please let us know. But book of business should always be number one. Work that book of business. Make sure you've got your appointment set up from October 1st and on. Most of your book of business should be attacked between October 1st and October 14th. You already know those folks that need to change. You should have those conversations in September, even in August or before that. You know exactly who's in your hopper to get enrolled for October 15th. But you could start doing everything on October 1st except actually take the application. So you could start work on October 1st to get folks ready. So don't let that, those 2 weeks burn away without doing, a lot of the heavy lifting during that time. It's a great time to work your book of business. So that should always be number one. And when I say working your book of business, I mean, calling them, checking in on them, making sure that the plan that they have is the right fit for them this year. And if it's not, then, obviously October is the time to make those changes. So getting those folks in your hopper ready to go is really important. So that should always be step one. And then step two, look at what you did in years past. What worked for you? We may not have the ability to go into certain areas. We may not have the ability to sit at tabletops, but you've got to come up with a backup plan. What does that look like? Are you going to be doing mail outs? Are you going to be doing newspaper advertisement? Are you going to be talking with your doctors? What does that look like? What are some ideas? Are you going to be doing Facebook? All of these are great ideas that you can use, but put together a strategy. What's it going to take for you on a Plan B situation? And then what is it going to cost? And, come to us and we'll be able to work through that with you. A lot of the times we can get carrier sponsorship behind it. So if you want to do a newspaper ad during AEP, or you want to do a mailer, or you want to do some type of advertisement, normally we can go to the carriers and get some sponsorship for that. And that's a really important thing to help you grow your book of business. So I love working with the carriers, especially those carriers that you've sold a lot of. So if you've done a lot of business with Humana, or if you've done a lot of business with WellCare, we can go and fight for some marketing dollars to get to you. That's on our admin side. Sergio and I work on that all the time to try to get marketing dollars for you on these carriers and to really push through and help you during AEP. But we've got to have a game plan. If we don't have a game plan, it's going to be that much harder to really get going. Do not wait until September to come to us with a marketing plan. I'm going to have to say we'll have to see you next year, because at that point it's going to be impossible to implement it for October. I've had quite a few agents that popped up in September and October saying, okay, I'm ready to market now. And I'm like, I'm sorry, the train has left the station. So you guys have to be prepared and ready to go. I cannot drive you. You are your own driver. You are your own motivation. You have to set your own goals. I'm not going to tell you exactly what you need to do as far as your goal setting. That's up to you. It just depends on how hard and fast you want to go. But we are here to support you 100% of the way. Just let us know what we can do to help you reach your goals and your levels. So that's what I'm going to leave with you today. Homework this week. Work on your strategy. What is it that can really help you reach the next level? But strategize. What's your goal for AEP? You make sure that you have a plan A. This is if everything goes back to normal. This is my plan A. And then what's my plan B? What do I have in my backpack for plan B in case I can't do business as usual in the fall? Make sure you have that plan B, because we've got to start setting it up now. We've got to start creating marketing materials and requesting, marketing support from these carriers, and we want to have a good idea on how to do that. So I hope this call was helpful. Really do appreciate everyone being on the call today. And I am going to open it up for questions. So here we go. Let me unmute everyone. Anyone have any questions this morning?
Good morning, Justin. Hey, good morning. It's Kelly.
Good morning, Kelly.
Hey, you mentioned earlier we need if we do SE for a disaster SEP through the carriers that are accepting it now, that we have to mention two different the SEP that they missed and then the current disaster SEP. So can both those two designations be done on an online app, like clicking other and then clicking typing in DSP?
Yeah. So the one that's really going to be the one that you're talking about right there is Devoted Healthcare. Devoted is the one that is requesting that you have two SEPs selected. They're the only ones that require both of those. So just to kind of go back, because I know it's confusing. The big thing is they have to have an SEP that they missed. So let's say in a different scenario, let's say somebody moved in February, right? And they didn't have the ability to change their plan because of COVID. So in that situation, you meet them. Devoted's the right fit for them. On the application, you're going to select Move, M-O-V, and then also Other, and you're going to put, DST rather, you're going to put DST as well as the Move. So you're going to select both SEPs, the one that they missed, and then Disaster. And that's how that goes on Devoted. But to answer your question, it'll be available online on their e-app, okay, and then also on paper as well. So I just wanted to clear that up, because Devoted is the only one that's requesting that we do both SEPs. The other one, you could just select DST or Other and write in Disaster, and that should work. And again, the only three carriers that are accepting it is Devoted, Simply, and Freedom and Optimum. Those are the only three that are taking it at this time. But great question.
So Freedom Optimum would just be one. Just click on Other for DST. Type that in.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have a question on Devoted. If you're not contracted with them and they may be coming to Brevard, do we contract through you, Justin?
Absolutely. Yeah, just send us a request and we'll get you set up.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Justin, this is Raul. I have two questions. First of all, on the WellCare, they're coming out with the e-app. I got an email from Joe, and they were going to let us know when that e-app training is going to be. Have you heard anything as of today?
Yes, sir. On the very first part of this call, I went through all the trainings. So they have trainings this week on their e-apps. So please check your emails. Please check your emails. We are sending you emails daily on all of these trainings and the links to each one of these trainings. So
I didn't see anything. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see anything on the e-app training, though, on the training. Is that new agents training, or where is that specifically?
No. On the call this morning on Friday at 10 a.m., the enrollment options with WellCare, they're doing a WebEx this Friday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
They sent out an email on Friday the 24th announcing their DocuSign enrollment option, and there's going to be trainings all this week.
Absolutely. So just check your emails. Guys, it's really important that you check your emails for these trainings. It's not just coming from the carriers, but it's also coming from us. So I apologize if it's overwhelming, but I'm finding that a lot of folks are not reading their emails. They're getting the emails and they're deleting the emails, or they're filing emails. So just as a reminder, take some time, slow down, grab a cup of coffee and go through those emails, because there's some really great information in there. Also some great trainings in there as well. But if you ever feel lost, if you're like, wait, this is, I'm not sure what's going on this week, remember that you have a link to our training calendar that you can access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And all the trainings that I went through, all I did just now this morning is I popped up our email our calendar. I have a bookmark on my desktop for the calendar, and just open up and can see every training from every carrier this week. So if you do not have that, please check in with John Minotti on our team, and he will get that set up for you. You can send him an email or call us or let a team member know, and we'll connect you with that training on. Great for that.
Hello?
Any other questions that can help? Yeah. All right. Any other questions this morning?
Yeah, this is Raul again. My other question was on the ACA business with Bright Health. You had said that as long as you have 50 people, are those the ones that you enrolled in November to December, or is that new enrollees as of this year?
Great question. So that bonus is applied to your entire book of business, and they are looking at your entire book of business at the end of May. So any new enrollments and past enrollments. So you're looking at your entire book of business. They're going to calculate that at the end of May, and that's how they determine your bonus structure.
And how much was that per person again, the amount?
$20. That's where it starts. And then it goes up to, actually above and beyond, $15,000. If you have 300 members, not just clients, but our policies, but members. If you have 300 members, you can earn up to $15,000 or more. So really, really generous bonus on that. So absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Any other questions this morning? All right. Well, I thank everyone for being on the call this morning. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to hear covered for next week, please send me a text message, an email, a flare, anything that you can think of. I'm here to help you. All right, guys, have a fantastic week, and be safe out there. Thanks for being on the call.
Thank you, Justin. You too. Thank you, Justin.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I am not an employee, but